today I wanted to make us some type of breakfast biscuits. So you're gonna come with me and join me to make me and my boyfriend some breakfast. So we're gonna start off, and here I have the flour, the baking powder, the sugar, and a little bit of baking soda and some salt. So this, we're gonna go ahead, mix it nicely together. And then I just pulled this butter out of the freezer. It's already weighed. We need it to go in the freezer so that it's hard enough and cold enough. So we're gonna go ahead and box grate it. You don't have to box grate it. If you have a pastry cutter, you can go ahead and put the butter in here in cubes and then cut it up with that. Okay, so now that it's been grated, everything is nicely in here. We're gonna go ahead and mix it into our flour. I'm gonna use the spatula to try and break it into smaller pieces because we want it to be a coarse mixture. This is the recipe you wanna do kind of fast so that all of your ingredients stay cold. The milk just came out of the fridge. So we're gonna make this nice and crumbly in here. So any of the big lumps, you can go ahead and break away. Try and make it as uniform as possible. You do want the lumps, but not huge ones. So now that I feel as though I've gotten it to a pretty decent point, I will go ahead and start adding in my milk slowly. And using the spatula, I will fold it in. As you can see, it's starting to come together, be a more doughy, which is what we're looking for. We're not looking for a super sticky dough. We want to be able to handle it with our hands because we won't be using a rolling pin to roll this out. So once you get it to a point where it's stuck together, then you can go ahead and flour your surface that you're working on and tip it over onto your surface. So let me get some flour down and some tipping happening. Okay, so I have gone ahead and floured the surface I'm working on. I'm gonna go ahead and tip over my dough. Try and get all of it out of here. And again, working fast. Or attempting to. I am a little tired. Let's see. I'll go like that. Out of the way. And we'll go ahead and mash it. So here you don't want to touch it too much, but you do want to get some layers into it. So we'll fold it in half over itself about 5 or 6 times. And don't use a rolling pin because it's a thing. You just don't use rolling pins on biscuits. I'll come back to you with the scientific reason for it, but this is how I grew up making biscuits. So we'll do a couple more layers because these are the layers that you'll end up seeing when it's baked, and you'll see like little crinkly, flaky pieces. This is what you're doing right now. So I think I'll do one more, get some more flour on there. I think I'll do it one more time. And then we'll go ahead and flatten it again with our hands. You know, people say like, flatten it to a certain amount of inches or centimeters. I can't tell you. I cannot tell you a specific thickness. I would say maybe like a centimeter or half an inch, whatever sounds right to you. We'll go ahead, get some flour on top. And I like to use a little circular cutter. I grew up using like glass cups. They do the same thing. Anything that's round that has air going through it, you're good for. So I'm go ahead and mark out where I'm going to go into. Try and make the dough as even as possible, even though I know you're using your fingers, but make it as even as possible. Okay, I've marked out 4 different sections and I can go ahead and cut down. So this is a cut straight down. No twisty, no turny, because that will end up losing the layers that you're looking for. So straight down, then when you lift it back up, you have a perfect hole. So we'll do that again. 3 more times. Straight up, down, press hard, straight up, and once more. Let me get that out of the way. Once more, and straight up. So from here we can go ahead, take off all of the sides, and see, now you have a biscuit. You're gonna have the nice layers that will come up. I don't know if you can see the ridges from over there, but there's your biscuit. We're gonna go ahead and line it in our tray over here, as they are. Perfect. I'm gonna try and get some more out of this without working the dough too much. So let's see what I can do. Try and layer them on top of each other as it was. They're not gonna come out the same quality as the first batch usually does. And that's because of all the extra ins and outs that you're giving it with the cutout sides. So let's see if I can get 2 more out of here. It'll make this pan very satisfying if I can get 2 more out of this. So let's see, 1. Yeah, that works. So we're gonna squish down and squish down. Go ahead and remove. And over they go. Perfect, beautiful, lovely, I'm loving it. So, there, I made them slide. There are our biscuits. We're gonna go ahead and throw them in the oven for a few minutes. Okay guys, so here is the final outcome. We have some gorgeous biscuits. They are ready to be filled, and per my last video with Erland, when we made all the different types of bacon, I'm gonna pick one of them. You can go back and watch the video, try and guess to see which one we're gonna make, and then come back to this video and watch me make it. So, I'm gonna go make us some breakfast sandwiches with these cute little biscuits. See you in a bit. Okay, and we're back with the breakfast sandwich. If you watched our last video, we had a little guess which one we'll make. And if you can't tell yet, we went with the chicken fried bacon.
Surprise, surprise.
We have a little Chick-fil-A sauce one here. We have some egg, a little butter. Now it's time for the tasting.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, this is gonna be a big bite.
Huge.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is perfect. That is a must try.
Yeah.
Okay, now excuse me, I'll take another bite.
The biscuits came out so nice and fluffy, which gives a nice contrast texture to the chicken fried bacon. Woo! Chicken fried bacon. This is gonna definitely be a must-have. A lot more in this family. I'm glad he agrees because I'm just gonna make it. So definitely recommend the chicken fried bacon. Definitely recommend the biscuits because they come out so nice and fluffy. You can put butter, you can put jelly, you can put honey on them. It will work anywhere. And you can make them into sandwiches. So this will nicely last us until lunch. And we'll see you later. Ha det bra!